There should be a small resurgence of Shayura's Wrath now, if not a big one. It's one of the best submachine guns in the game. It always has been. And a lot are asking, is it worth it? Go back and get another one. I'm here to tell you yes. There's something big about it everyone seems to be missing. And even though you grinded all those old rolls years ago, even a true 5 out of 5, I recommend that you get this one to replace it with the same or a comparable combo. And that's not a personal feeling. There's going to be some mental gymnastics going on, but in the end, the new one is better by a mile. And I'm going to show you more on that as I go on. And this video is at reset. That's a shame, but I needed to, and I had to test a lot of things. It's going to be back, and when it is, you should get one. If you're a Shayura enjoyer, if you plan to use this thing, you get it through trials. On Adept Week, it's the Adept Flawless reward. You can get up the reward track, get Ingrams, then start focusing it. One thing to note, it has a new origin trait, Nadir, and I guess that's why it has that green tone to it now. Sustained fire increases accuracy and range, and this perk is basically a mini micro dynamic sway reduction, but adding range. It works per bullet. I'm unsure of the gains, but it's per bullet. Technically, Shayura's Wrath is like on version 3 because it came out, it had a perk refresh, went out of Trials rotation, now it's back to being Adept. And in the third, it had perks like Tunnel Vision, Heating Up, Moving Target, Hipfire, Perpetual Motion. In the fourth, Adrenaline Junkie, Snapshot, Element of Capacitor, Golden Tricorn, and early Shayura's had Quick Draw, Celerity. 10 perks have switched up and since then gone. So just with that, to not re-review it and talk about it would be a disservice. A lot's changed, not just the weapon, but the game itself. It all ties together. And with the changes, some of the new perks, some of the new things are worth noting. And what's nice about Shayura's Wrath, there's a good chance you're going to get a usable roll when it drops, because there's great perks and combos for it. Adept is important, especially now since you can enhance an Adept. But on the flip side, since you can enhance weapons now, if you like a roll that's not Adept, like let's take this Zen Moment Target Lock, like you can enhance a non-Adept and feel pretty good about it. You're just losing out on the plus 10 somewhere. To start this, even with great rolls from the past, like my main Shayura has been Heating Up Kill Clip. Can't get Heating Up anymore, and many players have their own personal Wrath God roll. This one was great for me, because I could use Adept range to get it to 100 range, or keep it at 94, and use Adept stability. And the difference in range is 24 meters or 24.5. I take the stability there, because I'm right on the cap. But with the roll, you get a kill reload, Kill Clip gets going, you start chaining with Heating Up, getting huge accuracy help, 77 stability, 94 range. It's a dream. I love it, but it's gone. I found a replacement, one I've been searching for. So the new perks in the third: Repulsor Brace, Dynamic Sway, Killing Wind, Keep Away, Zen Moment, Strategist, Discord. The fourth column, Tap the Trigger, Kill Clip, Destabilizing Rounds, Cascade Point, Harmony, Target Lock, High Impact Reserve. So 9 new perks. And you ask, what can we do with those? Where can some of those fit? But where it all starts, and why you should get a new one, as I said, the game's changed a lot since Shayura has come out, in and out of rotation. One of the changes that it has, the biggest one, is the updated Shayura's Wrath has deterministic recoil. But it's not just any type of deterministic recoil. It does something very strong in comparison. And here's how much of a difference it having deterministic recoil versus not is. And then it goes even further than that. I have 2 Wraths here. Both have 62 stability. Both have 95 base recoil. So one new, one old. The old one, same recoil and stability. It starts off okay, then we have a massive trail to the right. And since it's not deterministic, it's going to be something else the next time. So reload, let it settle. This time we're trailing to the left. It's making question marks. It's all over the place. 95 recoil. Though it does have a pattern, there is RNG to it. And then if you have 100 recoil, it's the same thing. It starts off okay, but again, just starts making question marks everywhere. And then we go to this new Wrath, 62 stability, 95 recoil, straight up and down, every single time. Not only that, the first 3 to 5 bullets are similar to Tap the Trigger. They group immediately, and then you start controlling recoil after those 3-4 bullets. It's on autopilot, and this is 62 stability, and if you were to have something like this is an older one. Perpetual Motion 2, Tap the Trigger. This combination, easy 100 stability. You have everything up, and you see what the recoil does. But then again, it's random. Compared to that 62 stability one that I have, it is better every single time. In the end, you can take away a ton of different views on this. There is no one thing, there's no one perk, no combo on any other Shayura's Wrath that is better than this updated version. At all. Nothing. Not Quick Draw, not Celerity, nothing. Like I said, Perpetual Motion, all that is just negated out because of the deterministic recoil. It is better. Because those short to mid-range duels, 15 meters to 24, that you get into, that you want to get into, the edge of the range cap even, now it is infinitely easier to land shots. Because we look back at duels, those further ones away, those first 3 bullets are grouped like pretty much on the initial trigger pull. And all you have to do is a little down pressure and track. That's it. Compared to non-deterministic recoil, even having 100 stability, 100 recoil direction, it can and will start trailing off of your target. It could be really bad in the beginning or get bad after the first 3 or 4 shots. So with an older Wrath, like at this distance, you're dealing with that. And what I'm saying is a lot of things can be true because Shayura's Wrath is an S tier weapon. The old one does fine, did fine, it has done fine for years. There's a reason why it's still used, but this one is a step above. It is even better than that. So if you're a Wrath enjoyer, 100% get a new one, get a comparable one to the one that you had. There is a major difference. And it's worth noting that you go from 95 to 100 recoil, you lose that. So like an extended barrel or a counterbalance mod kind of destroys what it does at base here at 95. But as the cherry on top, we have this very easy to control deterministic recoil that places the first 3 bullets like right on the target, and then a little down pressure. On top, we have Nadir, giving a little micro DSR, and then you can enhance the perks. So yes, it is worth it. So for the perks, there's no wrong direction, dueling or chaining. Both do very well on this version of Shayura's Wrath, but there's a third option to consider. And it's one that I wanted to get because, again, the theme is a lot has changed with this game. One of the things is special ammo boxes, not the meter, the boxes. So if you're using a primary lot, there's justification for Harmony or Cascade Point. And I took it through a card. It did fine. I was using Jade Rabbit or a Scout because of reasons, but Harmony's 20% more damage after a kill. That's a TTK shift. These have a base 0.8 TTK, 8 crit, 1 body. That's tier 10 to 6. Tier 5 and below, you can 7 crit, 2 body. With Harmony, you get a kill, switch to it, 20% more damage for 7 seconds. Tier 8 to 10, 6 crit, 2 body for a 0.7. Tier 7 and below, a 0.6 TTK. And again, this is a world without a special meter bar. Like if you're using your primary, if you're using, I guess a lot of people this week, like a Kvostov, like you're gonna get kills with that. You have the option to search and hunt with a switch kill. Same goes for a new perk added, Cascade Point, like a much smaller window, but a bigger payoff. Again, using your primary, switch to it, a 0.56 TTK. Lightning fast in the sandbox. Everything else, you're going to have the base Shayura, which again is an absolute beam, a literal beam now that has that deterministic recoil. So consider those, specifically for the box system, because there's going to be times where other players, your enemies, shot their shotgun, their fusion, their sniper, no special ammo. So you can use the base SMG against them, or if they do have a shotgun fusion, whatever, you got to kill, switch to Cascade or Harmony. It's going to do better. And for these two, the pairing perk can be anything, Dynamic Sway, Zen Moment, whatever, but also pay attention to Discord. A lot of people think of special ammo cheating when you think of Discord. And you've seen that throughout the video. I have a snapshot Discord session, cheat out that special ammo, but the perk gives you a little bit more than that. The timer is 7 seconds. You get a kill, switch to a Discord weapon that coincidentally matches Harmony, but after you get a kill, your ammo's refunded. You get plus 30 AE, you get a faster ADS, but the main reason on a primary weapon, if you're using it as a switch, is you get 25% decreased accuracy cone size. Now, 25% in the cone world of size, that translates to bloom. It's 25% less bloom. And when you think of perks that affect the size, in one way or another, it plays a part in the feel of the weapon. Like opening shot grants 5% decreased accuracy cone size, and of course opening shot gives you a lot more than that, but the bloom effects and the feel and the function of the perk is a big part of it. Discord's 25%. DSR is 5% per bullet. At 5 bullets, you get 25%. This starts off there. So again, I'm showing you as an option, mag refills, ADS help, AE help, accuracy help as a pure switch option. If you get a roll like that, try it out. That's some of the new stuff. We have destabilizing repulsor for PvE, maybe even the Crucible if you're a mad lad, but remember they did fix the issue with volatile. So destabilizing rounds is excellent in PvE now. It's like a little controlled demo after you get those final blows. It spreads out, it functions a lot better. But a lot of people do have better repulsor destabilizing weapons. If you don't, here's an option. That leaves us dueling and chaining, and they can be combined, but like pure dueling, we have DSR. Each shot grants you 1 stability, 5% accuracy cone size, 10% accuracy cone growth. It maxes at 10 shots, so that's 10 stability, 50% on the size, 100% on the growth. That also pairs with Nadir, the micro DSR, and that's also paired with deterministic recoil. So DSR is at the top. It's one of the top perks to get. I've fallen in love with a dynamic sway tap the trigger roll because, again, those first 3 bullets are just on a rope. And from there, with it having so much stability, having so much accuracy, the recoil deviation, the flinch that you get, it's all kind of negated. It feels free. It's a really fun roll that I enjoy. So, and that's an example of a pure dueling one. We have Zen Moment. It's a great perk. Pairing in the deterministic recoil, those first 3 shots just grouping right on the head. Since you're already on target, it's going to be hard to get flinched off because of Zen Moment. It's reducing the shake and the bounce. So it's another S tier perk for it. We have Keep Away. 15 meters and out, you get 10 range, 30 reload, and also decreases accuracy cone growth by 5%. So that's your follow-up shots. It's good because Shayura has high range. In between and far away, you have a little bit faster reload. Now, I do prefer 3 other perks over Keep Away, but it's not a bad pick. The last one's going to be Killing Wind. Now, this is a follow-up chaining perk, but it's also a dueling perk, right? So after a kill for 5 seconds, 50 mobility, that ups the strafe speed, 40 handling, 20 range, and also Killing Wind is one of the only perks in the game that gives you 5% increased damage fall off distance. So it's one of the only perks in the game that can go past fall off, give you even more range. So that's why something like this, it's one that I wanted. It's Killing Wind Kill Clip. It's corkscrew high caliber rounds. So it goes from 82 to 102. And again, it goes past cap. So a little bit faster strafe, way better handling, and ADS speed. It just feels really, really good while you're chaining with Kill Clip. And the fourth column, the dueling perks are Tap the Trigger and Target Lock. So Tap the Trigger is great on it. It lasts for 0.6 seconds, 40 stability, and 10% accuracy cone size. The base TTK is 0.8. This lasts for 0.6. It's already stable. The 3-4 bullets where you don't have tap are very easily controlled. Like I said, I fell in love with that DSR tap roll. And then we have Target Lock. So you can see benefits, but remember SMGs did get nerfed as far as Target Lock. It allows you to 7 crit 2 body at base or 8 crit for a 0.7 tier 5 and below. And also on the outer band of range on the 25-26 meter front, outside of its band, Target Lock makes up the damage to get its base 9 bullet kill. That said, though, I prefer a strict dueling like tap or kill clip lethality instead. I'm not sure what people are saying about Target Lock, but on this one, I feel it does kind of work better than other SMGs because of the recoil and how much range it has. It works because of that. High impact reserves, at the end of the mag, that could be okay, but really it does fall into those 3 categories. We have the switch, which is Cascade or Harmony. We have pure dueling like a dynamic sway, tap, dynamic sway, Target Lock, Zen Moment Target Lock, Zen Moment Tap, or chaining, and that really just involves Kill Clip. And I'm not going to tell you that there's a right answer here. I love Kill Clip SMGs because this thing gets to a 0.6 TTK. Tier 7 to 10, tier 6 and below, it's 6 crit 1 body. Tier 7 to 10, it's 7 crits. And for me, if I'm kill chaining anyway, we have Killing Wind getting past the range cap. We have the mobility bonus. We have the handling help. It just feels awesome. It feels great. So that's one way to go, Killing Wind Kill Clip. But Zen Kill Clip, Dynamic Sway, Keep Away Kill Clip, like those are going to be fine too. It's all up to the player. It's the benefits now versus later. Like DSR Kill Clip's pretty strong. Zen Moment Kill Clip's pretty strong. But so is Killing Wind. Regardless of whatever route you go, and I tried talking about it on Twitter, and a lot of people are like, no, my old one's good. I'm like, yeah, it's good, but this one is better. And whatever perks the old ones have are negated by its deterministic recoil, man. Just negated, I think. If you have an old Shayura's Wrath, do those wall tests. Even with perpetual motion or whatever it is, you'll see it. And if you use the new one game, then the old one, then the new one, you'll see it there too. As far as the barrel mag and masterwork, it's always been about getting as much range and stability that you can. And Shayura is a stat monster. It's one of the original stat monsters, so you shouldn't have any problem with that, whether it be ricochet, high cal. But the only thing that I would really consider is to not mess with that recoil direction. Keep it at 95. If there's a hammer forged or extended, go with hammer forged. Don't put out a counterbalance mod. If you have certain perks like Killing Wind, you can manipulate some of your adept mods if you have them. That way you're not wasting stats. But most are going to settle for Dynamic Sway or Zen with Tap the Trigger or Kill Clip. Then there's going to be some use cases for Keep Away and Target Lock. Again, up to the player. Nothing is bad on this thing, really. It's all about what makes you the most lethal. And whatever that is, Shayura is going to unlock that for you. So if you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Shayura's Wrath down below. All the new things that it has, from Nadir Focus to Zen Moment to whatever it is. What are you liking? And there's some things that I didn't talk about, like Strategist. I mean, maybe Strategist destabilizing rounds, whatever. It is a PvP weapon through trials, so a lot of players are going for things that we talked about. But what are you liking the most? Tell us about it. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.